Asamble is an incomplete word. The entire word would be asamblea, which means assembly in Spanish. This morning it was really nice to see the group of people turn up here in South London Gallery. I think a lot of people are from the area. South London Gallery is a gallery that really works towards this community of like the immediate neighborhood. I had asked them if we could try to reach to as many different people as possible. So it was like people from different ages and different generations and different walks of life. So they're invited to come and bring their own chair, a chair that they can carry around. They sort of walk in a single file carrying their chair, and then they sit down and start sitting down in a circle. As they are about to complete the circle, the first person gets up and starts forming a circle somewhere else. So there's this constant process of formation of an assembly, but that it never completes itself. In order to sort of rehearse the performance without doing the performance, because we were going to rehearse it on site, I thought that we could do it without the chairs. So we did a walk from the gallery, which is like a 7-minute walk to Peckham Square. When we first arrived, I thought, okay, well, let's just arrive in a single file and start forming a circle. And it totally looked like a kidney. It was very much not a circle, and then became an oval, and then suddenly it was a perfect circle. And we did a run through like that. And then we were ready to do it for real with chairs. It was really interesting how it flowed and how sort of everybody sat down, and there was a pace to it, and it was a pace that it was quite meditative or slow, and then at the same time there was the pace of a square at midday, and there were kids playing, and at some point they suddenly looked like they were going to get stranded in the island that we created. One circle was happening here, and they were sort of standing around that circle. Suddenly they also had to move because the circle was started again somewhere else. So there was that moment where you would get really used to what you thought you were seeing, and then it would sort of shift your own position in the square. So I liked that layering of different modes of attention that there was in the square. I felt like it sort of started melting into the background, and it was almost like background music. Like you could think of performance as something that is also happening as your life is happening. It's not something that you necessarily need to really focus on or look at with a lot of intent, but it's something that can just be happening next to what you're talking about with the person that you have next to you. The idea that I have was to explore the circle as a form that people have used for centuries to gather, from Stonehenge to round tables. And I often think that sometimes when you're able to explore something formally, you attach it to a different context, and that brings a new way of thinking about the context. The first time that I did it was in Buenos Aires, and it was in front of Parliament Square. The frame of the Buenos Aires Congress made it a lot more specifically politically, rather than it being sort of about the politics of community, which was very much how it felt in London. It's so touching for me to see them give shape to my idea, so I very much tune in with the group of people and the particular sort of temporary community that they form.